I come with bad weather. They say I'm a storm.
On this video, we're going to discuss Megan Thee Stallion on CBS Mornings with Gayle King. All right, let's jump right into it. Okay, do y'all remember back in July of 2020, the story broke of Megan Thee Stallion being shot by Tory Lanez? The internet went wild. Some believed Megan, some didn't. But I believe Megan from the very beginning. I'm sick and tired of black women coming forth with their abuse story and people questioning them. Who lies about abuse? Come on, who lies about getting shot? And she had bullet fragments allegedly in her foot. What's not to like about Megan? What is the reason y'all do not believe her? Anyway, Megan Thee Stallion sat down with Gayle King on CBS Morning for an exclusive interview about the alleged shooting by Tory Lanez. In my opinion, this interview was much needed and a great idea. That's right, Meg. Expose this little Oompa Loompa for who he is. But some people in the media don't believe that it was a great idea. Vivica A. Fox on the show Fox Soul spoke about it being not a good idea because they're going to know what your defense is and they could use it against you in court, which may also be true. But my thing is this. If she's telling the same story in court that she said on the show, then it shouldn't be a problem because she's just expressing how she felt and what happened. But if they didn't know that that's what she was about to say, I can see how it could be a bad idea. Even if she didn't do the interview, Tory is still going to deny that he did anything to her. I mean, if I shot someone and was in jeopardy of going to jail and could be deported, shit, I lied too. Wouldn't you? So I don't expect any confessions ever coming from him. But this guy is so disrespectful that he wrote songs and spread lies and false narratives in the media on social platforms. You know what? They need to just deport that ass after he's convicted and after he's served his time, because there's no doubt in my mind that he won't be convicted. Because we know damn well she ain't shot herself or her ex-best friend. So come on now. Anyway, Megan says there was an argument about her being ready to go. Then once they were in the car, the people in the back of the car got into another argument that was about something totally different. Just because I'm nosy, I want to know what the F they was, what the F they was fighting about. I'm also confused because in Megan's IG Live, when she told the story, she said that everyone in the car was arguing and she got out the car because she was done arguing. But honestly, that could just be a simple mistake. Maybe she just meant everybody was in the car arguing, meaning everybody around her was arguing. And then in the Gayle King interview, she says, they were arguing and I wasn't arguing anymore. So there's a way to understand that. I don't want people making speculation because she said it one way one time and then another way another time. That doesn't mean she's lying. So Megan says in the interview that she was just completely over it and she gets out of the car because she's over the entire situation. And then Tory stands up out of the window and says, "Dance, bitch." Oh my God, that is horrible. Then says he starts shooting at her. I just want to know why. Why? But we as the public may not ever know the real reason why she was shot that night. And you know what's so crazy about this situation? Megan didn't even call the police. The witnesses around there called the police. Then this ugly lion, Oompa Loompa, had the audacity to offer her $1 million for her silence. What? In this interview, Megan spilled all the tea, plus more. I know her tea had a little Hennessy in it. So Megan claims although she was scared and in disbelief that her own friend shot her, she's still defending him by lying to the police, saying she stepped on glass because she was terrified because of what recently happened to George Floyd, which is totally understandable. But that goes to show you, even when you admit to lying and say that you're the one that put that story out about the glass, now people still think she's lying, that it was really glass, that she was telling the truth at the time, and now she's lying. You know what, people, you can't win for losing. You really can't. They started talking about the fact that Megan's ex-best friend texted Megan's security guard and said, "Help, Tory just shot Megan." Right? Now, Megan alleges that Tory says, he'll pay her to keep it quiet. Now, I've seen a couple videos and read a couple articles saying that Megan's ex-best friend had gunpowder on her hand, tested positive, and that a so-called witness saw that the lady was the closest to the flash. We really do not know who's telling the truth in this situation. All I know is if Megan saw Tory do it, then he must have did it. But let's just say she's assuming that he did it because she wouldn't think her best friend would do that. Who knows at this point? Or maybe the so-called witness was paid to say that. I don't know. But this all seems fishy. It's so many different stories. But I always believe the victim. I don't know about you guys. When you've seen someone close to you be involved in domestic violence, you kind of sympathize with the victim. If someone says someone did something to them, you should believe them until proven otherwise. What I'm about to say is just for jokes because I'm on Megan's side. But the one thing that Megan said that I did not believe is when Gayle said, "Meg, did you have sexual relations with Tory Lanez?" I cannot believe it. She took a little too long to answer that question. But hey, I'd be embarrassed too if I slept with this man child. If this in some way, shape, or form is true, that would explain why her best friend went live, well, her ex-best friend went live saying she messed around with Tory behind her back. She didn't say Tory's name, but she said, you know what she said, behind her back, and how they laugh at people that do stuff like that. So maybe that's the reason why they're not best friends. Maybe Megan was messing with Tory, and so was she, which is a very messy situation. Anyway, I do believe Tory is denying everything because he has a lot to lose if he's convicted. And I also know that people wipes off fingerprints on the weapon. Come on now. That's why his fingerprints and his DNA probably wasn't on the weapon if he's the alleged shooter. In conclusion, Gayle King gave a wonderful interview with Meg, but I still didn't forget what you said about Kobe, you little heifer. But you did good on this one. At this point, we would never know what truly happened. The only people that would know is the 4 people that was in the vehicle. No one will truly know why either. Child, I wish I had been a fly on the wall to hear everything that really happened in that vehicle. This is a tragic story and a twisted story, unfortunately. And I wish Megan Thee Stallion the very best, because no matter how it went down, she had bullet fragments. So someone did something to her, and she is the victim. Whatever the argument was about, it's not fair that violence had to be involved. Let me know what you guys think about this whole situation. Do you believe Megan? Do you believe Tory? Or do you believe her ex-best friend? Thank you all so much for watching to the end of this video. On my channel, I share my pure and honest views on everything that's going on in the world. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button and wait for more content coming your way. Until next time, Lady Storm is blowing this tea out.